Okay, so let's do one practice. Can you hear me in the back, by the way? Guys, please. Can you hear me in the back? Yeah, kind of. Okay, so let me do one problem. So let's say we're asked to integrate the function f of xy is equal to, let's say, x on the domain given by the triangle with vertices 0, 0, 1, 1, and 0, 2. So how do we do this? Well, let's set up our domain. Here's our x, here's our y. This is 0, 0. This point over here is the point 1, 1. And this point over here is the point 2, 0. Sorry, I wanted to do this, 2, 0. Any questions so far? Okay, so let's try to put this integral both with respect to x first and then with respect to y first and see what happens. So which one is easier, going with the dx dy first? So first with dx, or going with dy dx? Dx, yeah. So for dx, we will have the double integral. And our x is going from this point over here all the way to this point over here. Well, this over here is the line. Y is equal to x. Right? So we're going from y. Okay, what's the upper bound of this? So we're going up until this line. What would that be? So there is a minus x, but also the intercept is a bit different. It intercepts our so y is equal to what? 1x minus x plus 2. So when we plug in our 1 over here, we get, so when we plug in our 1 for x, we get y is equal to -1 plus 2, which is equal to 1. So looks good. And so then what is our upper, sorry, 1 second. Okay, this over here is x is equal to y. What is our upper bound going to be? So it's going to be negative x is equal to y minus 2. X is equal to negative y plus 2, right? Yeah, does that make sense? Any questions? Okay, what does our y go? From where until where does our y go? Yeah.
So when we were discussing boundaries, especially for triangles, we're more looking at like the equation than the math, right?
For the first one, we look at an equation to bound things, and then for the second part, we're looking at the max parts because we already bounded with the first one. Yeah. Any other questions? So what are the boundaries over here for y when we go in the dy direction? Yeah. Yep. So y goes from 0 to 1, and then we put in a x. Okay, so that's how to do it with respect to x first. What about with respect to y first? So can anyone, yeah. Yeah, so we have to divide it into 2 sections. There is this section over here, D1. and there's this section over here, D2. And the reason we have to divide it into two sections is if we're going in the y direction, we're going from down here up to here. But then when we get to this point, it's suddenly the upper part changes, and we have to take that into account in the integration. So we set up our integral. And now we're going in the dy direction first, and then in the dx direction. So in the dy direction, so this will be on the D1 domain. So from where until where is y going? In D1. Yep. Yeah, 0 to x. This, of course, is x. And then from where until where is the x going? 0 to 1, right? So we're going up until x because we're going up until this line over here. And then our extremes are 0 over here all the way to this point, right, on this boundary. And that's where x is equal to 1. Any questions so far? Okay, and then we add to this the part on the D2 domain. So that is the double integral x dy dx. So from where until where is the y going on D2? Yeah, so we're going from 0 to negative x plus 2. And there our x is going to go from 1 to 2. Okay, and then we can evaluate these integrals. Yes. We're now going in the y direction. So we already did the dx one, but in the second one, so we're going from down here all the way up until there, and that's 0 to negative x plus 2. And then we're going from 1 to 2 in the x direction. If there aren't any questions about this, I will put up the quiz. So. Guys, please be quiet. Here is the quiz. Guys, please be quiet. Oh, let me pause the video.